Hey guys, this is a little video. Trying to keep it about 10 minutes long, but it's basically going to explain everything that you need to kind of do to start farming harder areas than just the outsides of the crater here. So yeah, this is good for a little while, but once you've stocked up on a lot of these resources, you're really to level your your shop up without your business up without spending real money. You're gonna have to really start fucking farming um, these first two places, which is what this video is about. I help you get there. But first thing, gear. So gear is pretty important. You don't have to have these upgraded pieces. You need at least clothing, I would say. The second thing is weapons. If you can't do certain amount of damage, you can't be there. Like it's not even in the 20s, it's not really helpful. You gotta, so that's why this entire thing, like all these pieces of like what are they called? Like workbenches and shit like that. Like each of these is like essentially giving me the parts that I need to make a skull crusher, which is I got to get the handles, I got to get the nails, I got to get that. That's easy. I got to cut the leather, and I got to have stone bricks. And the reason being why all this is set like that, so I can make these weapons, is because these weapons, or this weapon specifically, doing 45 damage is 100 billion percent what you will need. This is the most important part. You need something with damage over 40. So whatever you can make, like I don't recommend this unless you have a lot of scrap metal, and it's okay for a bit, but it's kind of expensive because it's using oak planks. So like these two, this one here and this one here, they're not too hard to get. The wooden parts and the fabric strips, but these two are really hard. So I don't recommend this weapon unless you've got a lot of like oak planks. And but no, it's still a waste. It's a waste of. You should sell oak planks instead of fucking making one of these. But anyway, so this weapon's kind of like good for me. Once again, it's not too expensive. It's a little bit up there, but And so I've got, all the shops around here to make, this weapon so I can go and farm these places. All right. Now I'm going to show you like necessities for farming those places. So you want, if you've got tons of berries or tons of like mushrooms, they're good to heal you back up to full health after you've been in an engagement. So bandages are necessary if you don't have small foods, and then obviously canned meat or some steak, some cooked steak, very necessary to keep yourself alive while fighting. So let's get into this now and have a look at what combat looks like, because there's a lot of tips and tricks in combat that I want to show you all. So let's go. Let's make sure we're set up. We're set up. That's good. We got plenty of heals. We got an axe to get the oak. We've got two weapons because we are definitely going to, as we clear through this place, we're going to run out of one of our weapons. So here we go. Let's get on over to the Red Forest. All right. So when it spawns you like this is probably the worst place it can possibly spawn. You've got like two dudes looking at you. The Ashy Runner, like you can't really outrun them, but I think that's a bigger guy on the map. It's a bloater behind him. By looking at the size of the how big he is on the map, but it's probably going to pull both of them, so they're both going to be chasing me. And I don't know if there's enemies north and south, but what I really need is I need to be able to run from the bloater fast enough so I can 1v1 the Ashy Runner. So let's try this out. If there's enemies up there, we're probably screwed. We might have to restart because we're min maxing right now. We're not ready for a 2v1. You never want to get into a 2v1 on this map ever. All right, here we go though. Oh shit, look at that. Was able to get away. Now I'm going to follow the line up here. See, if I had a run from those guys and gotten chased, I would have run straight up here into all these guys. Not good. Not a great start. But all right, let's get into some combat here, and I'll show you all how to do this. So there's red dots everywhere. Keep watching the direction that they're facing and try and pick off. Essentially, yeah, what you're doing is essentially you're picking off the weak ones. So that dude up there at the top left of the screen, he's got like 320 HP. He's pretty hard to kill. And then this guy here, he's really easy to kill with this weapon. It's like 2 hits, but the problem is that other guy up there is too close. We're probably going to pull him if I attack this guy. However, he does have an attack that I can outrun. And I'll show you guys that soon. So this is probably, look, my plan is once I kill this guy, I'm going to cut down here, try and not fucking pull all these enemies, and then once again run up there and try and outrun the second enemy. But there's just not a lot of space this time on this map. So if I attack the bloater, it's probably going to pull the runner, and I'm going to have to kill the bloater, fairly quickly, because I'm going to be taking 2 attacks at once. That's you never want to be doing that. That's the worst spot you can get into. So my choices are kill this guy and possibly pull the that other guy up there, and then run back down here and possibly pull the bloater and the runner while doing that, or I can attack the bloater, try and kill the bloater while the fucking that other dude's attacking me. Now bloaters, the ashy bloaters, they're quite hard to kill, even with constantly eating food, and then an ashy runner kind of just barely puts that over the top. So I don't like these options right now. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to try and sneak around the map a little bit more. See if I can't get far enough out here where I'm not going to be seen by these two. Also, all right, so let's talk about pulling something, pulling a monster without pulling 2 monsters. Now, there's just enough gap between that monster right there and the other one. So if I stand up somewhere about here or get seen, then it'll just pull one like so. Like it just pulled that one just then. And we're good. So honestly though, look at how much damage we took just from that guy. So because bandages how do I say it? They take a lot of time to put on. You want to use the bandages after the fight, but you want to use the canned meats during the fight because they actively heal you and they don't stop you to get there. Like, look at that. That's if you do that mid fight, you're going to get damaged, like possibly die. All right, so we've separated this one by standing up and pulling it. Now I kind of want to kill this guy. Problem with this guy once again is he has a scream that he does, which pulls all the monsters around him to come and help him fight. So if you look on the map, there's 2 up there, there's 1 down there. We know there's another one down there. You got to have the map, that mini map clear, that there can't be any other red dots. Otherwise, that Oozer monster will pull these guys to help him fight. All right. So once again, I'm going to kind of go over here. And if he attacks me out here, and he calls them to help him, obviously they're not on the mini map. So I'm going to try and actually sneak past him because we want to kind of have a look at like what other options we have before we spend our gear, our durability, all that stuff on, a single encounter. We're trying to max resources, minimize fighting because that takes, a lot of resources. So we got ashy runners here. All right, this is easy. Here we go. We can kill this guy. 2 swings. Bam, bam. Sneak attacks are ideal always. And okay, so this is as I kill this guy, it's 100% going to pull the other guy. And what we're trying to do here is, oh no, it didn't. He's just that other runner is just far enough away, just barely far enough away that he didn't get pulled. So what we're trying to do, honestly, is we're trying to clear a line from here to the bottom of the map where we can safely run back and forth to outrun some bigger monsters like bloaters, oozers, so we can kill them quicker. Because if you can get away when they're doing their special attacks, which is 100% possible, and bloaters, they don't run as fast as other things do, but if you can get away and get them out of the mini map, which I'll try and show in this video, if you can run far enough away, they will leave you alone. But they'll keep the damage that you did to them. Except for the guys around the boxes. I don't know why they reset that way, but they do. So this is kind of going to be a longer video. But yeah, so now I've got space. I can pull this oozer without letting it pull all the fucking dudes to attack me. And I can possibly outrun it and then get 2 sneak attacks on it. So let's give that a go here. And run. And where they are. You see, he did that. That's how he calls monsters for help. But yeah, I mean, that was not ideal, but we kind of did it. We got through it. So there we go. It's just a spitter. We can 2-hit that. We can start farming resources finally. Get these oaks. That's a bloater up there, I can tell from the size of yeah. Other 2 I think are way too close to that guy. And so I would have to stand up or let him see me and pull him, which is not ideal because you don't get that sneak attack on because those other guys are too close. So let's kind of dip in here and have a look where we've already cleared some things. We can get that tree. Yeah, we can get that tree without pulling any monsters. Let's get it. We're just far enough away. Probably get this other tree too. And that's really what we're here for because the oaks for use and for selling, they're really worth it. The boxes, it'd be nice to get the boxes, but it's actually pretty hard to get the boxes, honestly. You have to be able to have kind of a perfect set because you're going to be attacked constantly by multiple monsters. And those monsters around the boxes, they reset their health. So you have to kill one of them while you're attacking. You get attacked by 2 to 3 to 4 monsters. So you got to go, yeah. And then you kind of got to cut through them from the weakest to the strongest if you can. Plus, you're taking radiation damage while you're doing that. So, once again, not ideal. This map kind of like how this spawned. Went, oh, there we go. Pulled him away from the group because I couldn't get over there. I don't need to heal here. I'm pretty safe. If I can out damage him, then I can just use a bandage to heal up instead of the canned stuff because the canned stuff is really good for fighting. You need it mid fight to kill stuff. So there's another one down there, and then there's a bloater on a box. Also, the guys on the boxes have different names, and that's how you know they reset. So I'm gonna stand up. Oh, well, no, yeah, I can run away from because the guys on the boxes, if you outrun them just far enough, they'll leave you alone. I'll show you that too. But yeah, I can kill this guy in time and I can run away. I should be able to run away without triggering any more monsters. I'm just going to go down here to check what is going on. Okay. That's down there by the bike. So I know that if I go down here and I run up there, there's monsters. I know if I run through here, you're always going to have to have a plan to run away when multiple things chase you. But I'll be able to run away just far enough to stop the monsters. If the monsters on the box see me, I'll be able to run away just far enough to, there you go. See, it pulled all of them. Now I got to heal up and run. And this is what, see, they stopped and they're going back. That's the monsters on the boxes. But the other ones chase you unless you can actually outrun them. The box monsters, but that, well, like I said, they also reset health when they do that. So I've got enough space because I've cleared in the direction that I'm looking. I've cleared that entire line up and down, so I have space that I can run away. So I can verse two monsters now, pretty cleanly. So I'm going to try and kill that Ashy Runner down here with a sneak attack. And when the bloater comes to me, I'm going to try and outrun it to show you guys how to get double and triple sneak attacks. So here we go. I'm heading in there. The bloater's going to see me. He's going to go for it. But I get a sneak attack on this guy. Now it's time to run, heal up and run. Make sure you have a beeline like this where you can run and outrun that fucking dude. So there you go. I outrun him. He's not on the minimap anymore, so he's going to reset his position, but he's going to, because he's not a box monster, he's going to keep the same health. So let's go back down, follow him, and get another sneak attack on him. Then same thing again. Run up, get away. Here we go. All right, now run. I don't know if I'll have enough distance. There you go. There you go. So, yeah. Now he's just going to go back to the position, but he's going to keep the damage that we did. This is minimizing how much we actually need to fight. It's a pretty powerful technique. And then I'm just going to attack him a few more times instead of getting another sneak attack. You could have gotten another sneak attack and minimized the damage even more. I got a little bit bored. So let's move through and cut through another section. Now that we've cleared all that. So yeah, what have we got up here? All right, so now because we can run so far, and these guys aren't looking at me, so we got a bloater. Oh shit! So this is another box, but that bloater is a part because he's only got 240 HP. He's a part of that box mob. However, the runner, which means they'll leave me alone. However, the runner is not. So I'm going to take out the runner because he can follow me. The runners, the Ashy runners, you can't get away from them. So if you have two following you with this type of gear and stuff like that, don't fight them. Just leave the map. And I know that sucks because it's like 45 energy, but like two Ashy runners, like they'll kill you. It's because you can't outrun them. Like I said, they don't have special attacks where they slow down, like the spitters do and the oozers. Ashy runners don't have any specials. They just follow you and attack you, and they run faster than you. So, all right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill the Ashy runner, and then the box mob is going to try and jump on me during that time. It's 2 hits to kill him. I know I can get those 2 hits in and get out of there, and then just run away from the box mob. So here we go. 1 and 2. Make sure you get it in and then run. And they stop following, so I can heal up using a bandage. Once again, the bandages are not as good as the food is because you can use the food while you are fighting. So these two guys, what do we got here? We got a spitter and a runner, which means if I trigger the special on the spitter, we can outrun the spitter because he takes so long. But the runner, we can't outrun him. So what essentially is going to happen in that case is runner's going to stay on me. Spitter's eventually going to slow down. And as long as I have a clear path to run, I can get away with singling out the Ashy runner while I'm running away. So I could right now run up there, sneak attack the spitter, right, take him out in 2 hits, and then fight the fight the runner. But this is kind of another situation where I kind of want to show you guys instead how to how this would work if you triggered both of them. If you don't have a clean path to run, you get screwed. So I'm going to go up to them, alert them on purpose, not get a sneak attack in. And then my whole goal is to trigger the fucking Ashy Spitter special attack and run away from the spitter while the fucking runner's going to follow me, so I can get just fighting one of them. I do not want to ever fight two monsters. Ever fight two monsters. Doesn't matter how weak they are. Two monsters on this map with this gear, no, you're going to die. But all right, so I'm going to trigger them. I know I've cleared a path that's long enough that I can outrun the spitter. So I'm going to bring him down to the bottom of the map and then run back to the top, that line that I cleared before of monsters. All right, so here we go. Come on, guys. He's not hitting a special attack yet. Make sure we're healing. And you don't really have to wait up for them because they will outrun you and hit you. So getting to here, and then we're just going to go back. There you go. The spitter had its attack. We outran the spitter. And now we've singled out the runner. We're going to kill the runner. Easy enough. Without having to fight both, because both of them would have killed me. So then I can heal up. Bandages again. Let's restock on our food and stuff, our heals. Now we're going to go back. This guy's returned to the spot because he had that special attack that slowed him down. Now we're just going to kill him. But yeah, I could have done it easier. I could have just double hit because they weren't looking in my direction properly. One of them, and then fought the other. But I really wanted to show you guys how to outrun certain things. Once you've made a clear path to outrun things, you can pretty much do lots of different things like that. Yeah. So I know that these are not box monsters. There's an oak over there. We can get to it. So let's get to it. So if I trigger these guys the wrong way, it's game over. Oh, there we go. He came for me. It's just a runner. Heal up. Make sure you're watching your health constantly. That's the most important thing in here is pretty much attacking while watching your fucking health, because that bar is like, it's so easy to die here. And feeding yourself heals at the right time is very important so that you don't waste heals, because the food heals, they don't stack. All right. You just click it once. You got to wait till the heals come off and then you can click it again. And that's very important to conserve that food as much as you can. So don't hit it 15 times. That doesn't work. Just waste food. You don't get more heals. The heals don't stack. So we've got an Ashy Bloater and we got an Oozer. Now I don't really need to kill them because they're not protecting anything. I've gotten how many oaks? We've gotten all the oaks. Once we've gotten 12, I think that's the max of oaks that you can get. So instead of killing these other guys, let's just avoid them. And let's try and have a look at some of these boxes. So what do we got here? That's a runner. So I can kill him cleanly and get a better look at the box because, once again, we're going to run away. So here we go. Attack 1 and 2 and run and heal. And they'll stop. They'll go away. Good. The best part about like pulling the box mobs is they look the opposite direction. So now we can actually choose who to attack and how to attack them. So this Oozer right here, he's the closest one. So you would take him out first. However, you do need to know that the mob will come. So you got to kill this guy as quick as possible. And for safety, like rations is a better type of healing food, much better than just the canned stuff. So you ideally would want to take out the Oozer last because he's got the most health essentially. So let's try and sneak past the Oozer, get behind the guard. The guards actually do a lot more damage than you'd think. So let's kill the guard. Good. We're splitting them up. They're not able to chase us. And I also think the Oozer, I'm far enough from the other red dot over there, whatever that red dot is. I'm far enough from that I can safely attack that Oozer now, and it's not going to pull them up, I do believe. Gonna heal up again, and we're going to go in. If we get in a panicked state, hit those rations, use them. All right, here we go. Heal up. Good, we got him. Also, we're taking rad damage, so we want to run out of that and heal up. So I think I'm in the clear with the Oozer, so I'm going to fucking switch bandages onto that. Uh, so now we've got just one guard left. We're going to kill him. The other bloater that's a part of this is not going to trigger. He's far enough away. But we can cleanly now get the chest. But like I said, it's like this entire thing is pretty much a puzzle. You're just trying to pull the puzzle pieces apart one by one. Take it in strides. All right, let's kill the chest. Oh, the bloater's coming. Let's run away from the bloater so he turns around. There we go. Let's heal up. And like I said, this bloater's different because it's only got 240 health instead of, what is it, like 300 and something on the other bloaters. Watch the weapon durability as well. If you run out of like your weapon, like I'm doing now, it can swap out to pretty much even like an axe or any tool that you have. In which case, you really want to be able to have a room to run away and quickly switch to your other weapon when you're mid-fight. All right, so let's heal up again. Just to be safe, we're going to go. We're going to kill this box. Oh, we killed it, and we're going to search it. Hopefully we get something good. And also, do not ever take like a better backpack in here. So this is all pretty much fine. Like the bolts and the scrap metal, probably the most worthwhile pieces. I don't need that anymore. I don't need those cans. Let's take those pieces of clothing. Let's get the fuck out of here because the Brads is killing us. And then, I mean, I'm not going to try and attack the other box. I think going for 2 boxes with this gear setup is a little bit tough. And also, like, the more damage that you do take, you start to smell. And when you get into the red stage of being stinky, it'll pull monsters even if I'm just standing here. And you see the monsters at the top of the screen. When you're red and you stink that bad and you don't have a shower, it'll pull them instantly, even from that distance. It'll smell you. So I'm going to wrap it up here. That's as many tips and tricks as I can fit into one video. Any questions, hit me up. All right. Thank you, guys. Later.